Proudly sponsored by Match Bingo. Play along with a match. Watch your bingo cards fill up in real time based on what happens in the games, live. Check out the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen. 18 plus, bingo is a game with chance. Please gamble responsibly. Yes, what's going on, you legends? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little stream for you lads and lasses. We're here for the rundown of the transfer window. Obviously the deadline day, it's closing in just over half an hour, so we'll get all the final deals as they come in, my friends, on the stream. Yes, hope you're good, guys. Nas, Daz Salford, Jonathan Gallagher, Kieran, History, Charmy, Gavin James, Just in Time, Paul Warby, Louis Joshua, Fire Up, Solitude Guard, Steve Barrero, Matty Smith. Get in there, everyone who's in the live chat. Thank you for joining us. Do us a favour at the start of this stream then. Smash that like button on it. Give us a massive like. Hit the like. Share us around if you can. That will help the channel out and be awesome if you could. You can repost us there using the link at the top of the live chat. Give us a cheeky repost on X. That'd be amazing. I've got Sky Sports on. I've got all the latest stuff on X as well to get into. So we're going to go in there raw today, my friends. Is there going to be any deadline day drama incoming? I think not. I think our business is done now. Lammens is probably going to be our only signing on the deadline day here. Yes or no, guys? Do you think we sign a midfielder? I just can't see it happening. But I would love a cheeky little loan deal or, I don't know, just some sort of transfer, you know, whoever. Wharton, Guehi, whoever. You don't feel pumped in deadline day so far? No, I know. So the best keeper in the world's gone to our rivals, City. We could have gone and got Martinez. Seems like obviously we're not doing that. We've gone and got Lammens. We've gone over that already in today's show, but my thoughts are that obviously the Lammens situation is he looks a good goalkeeper and he could be really great for us, but he also could be a complete melter. You just don't know because he's never played in the Prem or to any really high level. So that's my only concern there. Lamine Yamal last minute pay. Yes, that's the sort of positive attitude we want to see. Hello there, you're sitting here with your sushi. I'm going to enjoy this moment. Hey, thank you so much, Norwegian United fan, for getting in here, my son. Latest member of the channel. Let's go. Okay, yeah, well, all deals are going to be getting done, you know, by the end of the stream. Usually what happens is when it's the transfer deadline, so at the moment there's 31 minutes left, but when it's the transfer deadline, usually, you know, news trickles out for a little while after about finalization's done. You know, some 11th hour bids or 7th hour bids in this case, or, you know, finalizations, paperworks and all that sort of stuff. Some won't make it through and others will. So you never know, United could have a little surprise. I rate it a 6 out of 10, Alan. It's not amazing. It's pretty shit. Yeah, it's pretty gash, mate. Not great. Are we getting Belabor? I wouldn't hold your breath, pal, no. Half an hour to go. I wouldn't bet on it. At the moment, you know, Brighton holding out for more than 100 million. Brighton obviously have said that he's not for sale. United really rate him, but we don't really have the money, I guess, to spend 100-odd million on a player. Plus, they don't want to sell him anyway, so it's unlikely. Right, let's get into the latest news then, guys. Yeah, let's get into the latest stuff that we've got here. Forgive me, by the way, if my voice sounds a bit weak. I'm a bit under the weather, guys. Mrs. Pete's lurgy's caught up with me. Probably some sort of dirty COVID shite, mate. That's probably what it is. I don't know. Mrs. P went to the doctors earlier. They said it's more than likely something viral. She hasn't got a chest infection, they say, anyway. But something viral, so probably some sort of vid. Wouldn't surprise me, mate. Anyway, expect a midfielder in January. Whooping cough. I mean, I haven't really got much of a cough myself, to be fair, but Mrs. P has. Don't think so. He played well against City. Even in there, David Jubb. Yeah, right, let's get into it then, guys. So the latest bits and bobs of informazione that we've got. Let's get in there. So, yeah, smash that like button at the start of the stream. Subscribe if you're new. Get in there. I mean, we don't know if Lammens is not good yet. He looks good. But is he going to be able to do it for Man United on the big stage? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I would have much preferred us gone to go and get someone with a lot more professional experience. Got the swine flu again. It could be Daz Salford, man flu. It's Phil. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate you. What's up there, Sam? How you doing? Yeah, it's horrible, mate. It's horrible. Good evening, Pig. I know. Let's see if we get a midfielder in the next sort of bit of time here. Okay, so let's have a look at the latest updates then, guys, on X. So we'll just go and have a look at the latest stuff that's going on together here. So we'll just give it a little refresher-ooski here. And, yeah, it looks like Harvey Elliott obviously has gone to Aston Villa. That's happened. We got something from Rudy Galletti here. It's about to happen. Time is ticking on Antony dos Gastos. So Antony dos Santos to Real Betis, 25 million euros, aka 20 million pounds, plus 50% sell-on clause of the profits. So that is, you know, that's quite a decent deal for Man United, really, considering this guy is proper Poodoo Magoo. We're talking bottom of the barrel, right-sided players in the Premier League. A one-trick pony, and his trick only worked a few times, and it was shite. That's what we dealt with Antony dos Gastos. Thank you very much, Eric Ten Hag. Great to see you getting sacked off, you Dutch Kojak Melt. In this, after a couple of games. Yes, that's right. Conehead strikes again. Sacked in the morning again. There you go, Conehead. Anyway, no, fair enough. But either way, he should have come and got this twat from her before he went. He should have put in a £50 million bid for Antony before he went. At least help us out a little bit. But oh no, he can't even do that. Anyway, so so Rudy Galletti there just says that it's ticking there. It's going to be finalised, it seems. But obviously the agreements are there. David Ornstein 6 minutes ago, guys. Big one. It's Donnarumma. It's Donnarumma complete. Donnarumma done. Oh, Donnarumma to City. That pisses me off. That really does. And we knew it was coming, but, you know, that really pisses me off that we didn't even try and go for this guy. I know he would have probably wanted to go to City anyway with Pep there and them challenging and winning things and being in Europe and all that sort of shite. I'm sure he probably would want to go there anyway, but you never know. We didn't try. We didn't try at all. So that's a bit of a loss there. I'll ask the chat for a bit of fun here. If you could have signed one goalkeeper in this transfer window for Manchester United, who would it have been? Would it have been Martinez? Would it have been Lammens? Would it have been Donnarumma? Or someone else? Get your thoughts and opinions in. For me, it would have been this guy right here. The guy pointing back at me. Look, let's recreate that Sistine Chapel picture. Do you know what I mean? Ready? Ready? It's not really the same. I'm not really cherub-like. Neither is he, to be fair. But anyway, this guy, Donnarumma, would have been the one for me because I feel like he is the most experienced, best sort of keeper with lots of miles left on the clock. Only 26 years of age. So let's see what you guys are saying. Donnarumma. What a load of guff. Costa would have been a great pickup. Yeah. Seems like we were not prepared to spend like the 50 million quid required. Yeah. Doner Kebab. Sells. Great shout, to be fair. Sells would be a good option. Much better than the shot that we've got, and Premier League proven, which is a big plus. Lammens could be great, but he also could be guff. Temes again, welcome in. United, I like Carlos Blaber and Hojlund or Edison or Stiller. Also make plan for signing Loan King and leave Vlahovic, Gallagher. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. We would take a loan deal maybe for someone like Gallagher, yeah. Vlahovic is an interesting shout. I don't really think we need anybody in that sort of position, though, really. We've got a lot of number 10s. Then again, we do have the likeliness of Hojlund going out, and we do also have the likeliness of maybe having one or two injuries throughout the season for players in the cam role or the 10 role. Players like Kuna, who's currently got a knock and injured anyway. So that is an issue. Hang on a second. Yep, Edison from City. Interesting. Edison. I'm surprised that nobody else wanted Edison other than like a Turkish team. Do you know what I mean? Emi, Donnarumma. That's weird, isn't it? All ex-United managers getting sacked. Yeah, Jose sacked, Ollie sacked, Ten Hag sacked. That is pretty nutty, actually, mate. Moisey's on the chop next. Now he's doing all right, to be fair. Of Costa, Donnarumma, Sells, Martinez for his cock celebration. Yes, mate. Taib or Bosnich. Oh, I love it. I mean, Bosnich was better, wasn't he? Yeah. I look like a zombie. Thank you very much, Double A. Oh, I feel like one, mate. Honestly, I've got the man flu, lad. You lot can't do a contract clause deal in 30 days, let alone a new deal in 30 minutes. I'm with you there. I mean, there might be some, you never know, some things that have been being worked on behind the scenes, but yeah, Oblak, Edison. Now, Edison's a great keeper, mate. Very good. I'm surprised City wanted to get rid. Surely Edison's ready for a move. Hojlund's on loan. Yeah, Hojlund on loan. De Gea. Great shout there, Vincent Bullock. I love that. David De Gea would have been the daddy signing, mate. De Gea, yeah, getting him back and just undoing that gaff Ten Hag decision would have been brilliant. I agree with you. Disco Dave, we have to give Lammens a chance. Could be the next De Gea. Has to be better than an eye. Well, we're definitely going to give him a chance now we signed him. But I do just feel like if we really wanted to help us right now the most, we could have gone and tried to get Donnarumma or Martinez or just someone Costa, someone with a bit more high-level experience. Because Lammens could be great, but it's a bit of a risk. He could be very Bayender-y. Who knows? We'll see. Why Labour on the thumbnail? Just for shits and giggles, really, there, Sneak Bow lad, Just for fun, Why not? See if it happens, mate. Belabor to United, here we go, mate. No, just because obviously he's the main. He's representing the midfield target, right? Okay, so in the thumbnail we've got a goalkeeper target, Lammens. We've got a midfield target, Belabor. He is on the shortlist. We're realistically not going to sign a midfielder, are we? Especially Belabor because Brighton don't want to sell him, and he's over 100 mil. So yeah, but obviously you could have put in there. Take your pick, obviously Wharton or whoever. They're all unrealistic, so I just chose Belabor because they're all unrealistic midfield signings right now. I don't see United going in there and dipping in and spending the money, but I hope we do. Simon Cowie, yes, mate, what's good, lad? I think we are done unless a late deal appears and we put in a deal sheet. Yeah, it, Simon. I think we're done as well, lad. Get some strong tablets down your cake hole. That's a good shout. Will he even be first choice keeper? Well, that's it. I mean, if Andre Onana still remaining... Oh, shit. Hojlund joins Napoli on loan, guys. Sorry. It's just happened. Hojlund joins Napoli on loan, guys. It's happened. He's joined Napoli on loan. It's done. Done deal. Hojlund to Napoli on loan is done. Let's get the informazione up on the screen here. Let me give this a refresh. Surely there's something here on X. There it is right there. Boom. Look at this, guys. It's done for Rasmus Hojlund to Napoli. Let's have a little look at this. So it is a loan fee, but there's a 44 million euro buy option clause, decent, which becomes mandatory under certain conditions, I guess, based on his performances, maybe how many goals he gets, or obviously if he's still fit and available, that sort of thing. But there you go, Rasmus Hojlund, guys, boom-tastic. Rasmus Hojlund to Napoli. Get in there. We're actually doing some bits, aren't we? We're getting rid of all the bum squad, or bum squad, bum squad. And we're, okay, we haven't got that central midfielder. That would be much, much nicer. But, oh, look, he's on the telly here taking pictures with Napoli fans. There he is. One of them looks like Garnacho. But Rasmus Hojlund and Napoli, never in doubt, and now official, says Fab. 6 million euros loan fee. 5 million euros buy option clause to become mandatory under certain conditions. That's decent. That's actually decent. Yes, we paid 73 million for him. We got ripped off royally. Ten Hag stitched us right up. But if they do make that permanent anyway, look, the worst case scenario with Rasmus, right, is that he comes back in a year's time. And maybe they have to give us some sort of fee for the privilege, but maybe not. But even so, we're getting a 6 million loan fee up front. And then also in a year's time, either he comes back with a lot more experience and hopefully a better player, or he goes and stays there permanently and we end up getting 50 million euros back for him. Now, obviously, 50 million euros is not 73 million. Was it pounds or euros we spent on him as well? I think it might have been pounds. I seem to think he was 73 million pounds. So obviously we've taken a big loss on this guy. The Cinnamon, how you doing, lad? Yeah, he says, how much of a loss? I mean, it's a 30 million euro loss or something, isn't it? I mean, if we're selling him for 50 and we bought him for 73 million pounds, what's that, about 80 million euros? I don't know. So it's about a 30 million euro loss. It's a significant loss, but considering how Guehi has been for us, that's not a bad bit of business from us, to be fair, because he's not worth anywhere near that, to be fair, is he? So we have lost about 30 million euros on him, but guess what? We lost even more than that on Antony. Antony dos Santos cost us 85 million, and we sold him for 25 million euros, aka 20 million pounds, with a 50% future sell-on clause in there from the profits of the sale, right? So there is some back end on that, maybe. And then we've also sold Sancho, although he's not actually sold, is he? He's just gone on loan. But essentially, Sancho cost us £73 million, right? I think he was 73 million as well, around about that. Now, Sancho is just all money lost. That's zero money back. Plus, you're been paying his wages for years of a few £100,000 a week. Now, that is a true loss, that one, Sancho. Sancho's a horrendous loss. This, it's a bad loss. Oh, goodness me, 30 million euros loss is horrendous. But also, it could be worse, couldn't it? It could be like Jadon Gascho or Antony Dos Gastos sorts of levels of losses. So, no, I don't think it's that bad of a deal for United, really. I think that's quite good. I'm happy with that. Smash a 1 if you're happy with that. Smash a 2 if you're not happy with that. Look, I'm happy he's gone. I'm happy he's going to go and play. Worst case, he may well come back. Look, they've got an option to buy. It's not an obligation to buy. So it's an option to buy anyway. Not an obligation, it's an option to buy, which means that in a year's time, if he does well there, they can exercise that and they're legally allowed to complete on the deal for 44 million euros should the player wish to go and should they wish to have him at the time. So yes, that's all it is. But we've got a 6 million euros up front, and I'm guessing they're paying his wages. We haven't really seen the latest on that, but I'm guessing they're paying his wages, all of them. So there you go. That's not a bad deal. Some bad losses there, isn't there, Woody? Yeah, this isn't even the worst one. This is one of the better ones, believe it or not. Shocking, but true. Primo Italia says 2. 1 says just in time there. 1. Yeah, you guys are quite happy with it. Fair enough. Mike's not happy with it, though. Mike in Malibu's not happy with it at all. Hey, fair play to you. You're happy for Rasmus? Hope it works out for him. Yes, and if he does come back to us in a year, let's hope he's a better player with a lot more confidence. He just needs to go out there and find himself. I believe he's not fundamentally a bad player. He has a lot of good attributes, like he is tall and strong and quick, and you know, he's shown glimpses of scoring some really lovely goals. What I would say about the goals he scored for United is he scored some lovely goals for United. Some really nice goals. He's a scorer of nice goals, if that makes any sense. He's not a scorer of a lot of goals. No. But he's a scorer of nice goals. So he definitely has some technique, some ability. You go back and look at his goals that he scored for United. Some of them are very, very nice. He has scored some nice goals for us. He's just not prolific. He's not clinical. He doesn't score regularly enough. We needed to address that position. We've recouped a lot of money today, haven't we? With some player sales, some fees. You know, over the last few days, obviously Garnacho going, he's off the books. Rashford's off the books this summer. Sancho now off the books. At least 70% of his wages, I think it is, off of the books. Other players as well, like Antony, now off the books. These guys, it all adds up. That's hundreds of thousands of pounds a week that we are saving, that we can hopefully utilise on bringing in someone else, a midfielder or someone, but it's very unlikely. But it certainly is going to help us out a lot and generate some cash. Who is worse, Martial or Hojlund? It's definitely Hojlund, mate. If Martial actually could stay fit, if he was like really, really, not injury prone, if he was just very robust, is the word I'm looking for, then Martial would be a great player, I believe. He's just so injury prone. He was constantly in and out the side. You can never really get your flow. It's tough. You know, he had potential though, but he just wasn't fit enough or good enough, really. But yeah, the attitude. But who's better though? Martial was definitely better, wasn't he? In terms of, who was actually better, in my opinion, anyway. Okay, let's look at the rest of the updates that are coming out as well. So Simon Stone also says that Napoli announces that it has acquired the sporting services of footballer Rasmus Hojlund. It's a bit weird. It's a bit of a weird way of putting it, isn't it? Isn't that a bit of a weird way of putting it? SSC Napoli announces that it has acquired the sporting services of footballer Rasmus Hojlund. Did this guy write this on ChatGPT? Simon Stone of the BBC. Hang your head in shame, that. This is a ChatGPT tweet, mate. No, I'm joking. But he says SSC Napoli announces that it's acquired the sporting services of footballer Rasmus Hojlund from Manchester United Football Club on loan. An obligation to buy. Ben Jacobs also confirming it. Basically been confirmed by Napoli. Manchester United with a nice post there as well for Rasmus Hojlund. I mean, good luck to him. I really do wish him the best. Nothing wrong with his attitude. He's always tried hard. You can see the frustration and the disappointment on his face every time he's out there and he had a mare. It's not for lack of trying why he's melted. He's just a melter for us anyway. Maybe he'll come back a different player if he does come back. But good luck to him. Let's get some good luck and well wishes in there for Rasmus Hojlund. He's had a decent few moments at the club, but ultimately he just hasn't really ever lived up to it. And certainly last season he was guff. But there you go. Good luck to him over in Italy. We'll be keeping an eye on him. Of course, he joins his old teammate, Scotty McTominay, my son. Hey, that's right. They celebrate by getting a cheeky deep fried battered kind of embryo in the live chat, my son. Yes, mate. So Rasmus Hojlund going to play with Kevin De Bruyne and Scotty McTominay over there in Napoli, my son. So that's going to be that's a good move for him, I think. Really, very good move for him. Nothing. That's a great club to go to, really. And if he does come back in a year, he should have some good experience. Galatasaray exploring a deal to sign Hakan Calhanoglu. Interesting. Yeah, let's just refresh this. So we were looking a minute ago. Yep, City obviously have completed Gianluigi Donnarumma. Let's just see if there's anything else noteworthy before I give it a refresh from what we've missed. Yeah, nothing too much going on there. Let me go to the top and give it a refresh here. Okay, so Fab says Xavi Galán and Nottingham Forest deal collapsing as not ready in time for the documents. Benjamin Pavard signed for Olympique Lyon as well from Inter Milan for 15 million euros. I remember when this guy was linked to us. Do you guys remember that? A couple of years back. Never came to fruition, thankfully. But there you go. Benjamin Pavard has completed a move to Olympique Marseille from Inter Milan for 15 million euros. Nice. There you go. That's another bit of news there. Laurie Whitwell with an update here says Rasmus Hojlund joining Napoli on loan with an obligation should they qualify for the Champions League. Oh, so a little bit more informazione there. So it does seem like it will become an obligation as long as Napoli. That's actually that's nice, mate. So if they finish in the top few over there in Italy, is it the top 3 that get in the Champions League in Italy or 4? No, it's 3, right? They get less because of the coefficients and all that shite. Am I right? Actually, somebody confirm that. How many teams qualify for the Champions League from Serie A these days? Let us know. But Rasmus Hojlund joining Napoli on loan with an obligation should they qualify for the Champions League. Laurie Whitwell, that's what's been confirmed there. Oh, Italy's top 4 as well. Okay, Italy's top 4, my bad. Okay then, top four. Well then, I'd say the odds are good. I mean, considering they won the league last season, you know, Napoli, I'd say that they're probably likely to finish in the top 4, which would mean that this would become, an obligation to buy. So there you go. Could be well worth the 50 million euros that's on the table then. Brilliant. That's not bad. I think that's actually not a bad deal. I know we've taken a hit on him, but compared to some of the other transfers we've done, it's actually not that bad. Michael says 4. Yeah, they can pay 5 million, give him back. That's a good question, Shogun. That's a good question. Yeah, so obviously Chelsea had some sort of guff in there, didn't they, in regards to that? And they paid us 5 million to take it back. So there might be some sort of break clause in there. We don't know that just as of yet. It might come out, but yeah, good point. If not, then, well, it seems like an obligation. England have 5. Yes, so we got a shout out to the sponsors, by the way. Big up Match Bingo. So it's you can play along with a match play bingo based on what happens in the games. That's what the new sponsor is. It's UK only, 18 plus, gamble responsibly, gamble aware, but Match Bingo, latest sponsor. We're also sponsored by OK Jerseys at the moment as well for fan jerseys, replicas, retro shirts, all that sort of stuff. Check the links in the description, my friend. And actually, you can use the code PIG for both of them to get some extra stuff. I think there's 8% off on the jerseys, or maybe, and also on Match Bingo, you get 100% deposit bonus, I think, if you use PIG. But once again, gamble aware, 18 plus, UK only. Nice one. Thoughts on Liverpool getting Isaac? Oh, it's just absolutely gastastic, isn't it, mate? What the hell? What sort of window is this by Liverpool? I mean, what is this window of Liverpool's? It's disgusting, mate. You know, we've not had a bad window, really, but compared to Liverpool's, it's Poodoo Magoo, mate. Think about Liverpool's sales that they've done. They've actually recouped a good bit of cash back from the likes of Sharkwin Punes and Luis Diaz and these sorts of melters. And then they've also done really unbelievable spending with the likes of Ekitike was huge money. Isaac was huge money. I mean, they paid over nearly 250 million alone for the likes of Wirtz and also Isaac together. That's insane money to spend on a couple of players. Wirtz for over 100 odd million as well, remember. And then they got Kirkes from Bournemouth. They got obviously Frimpong as well, came in there for a good fee. They're also, last I saw, they're trying to get Guehi as well. I don't know if that's actually been done or completed yet, but I'm sure we'll find out in the next few minutes. There's only 10 minutes to go of the window. So I think actually I saw something earlier that's all done. So they've got Guehi as well, right? Maybe. And that's a big, big window. And all the players that they've bought in and the players that they sold, they've had a great window. They've won the window, if you ask me. I know they spent a shitload, and that comes with its own pressure. And maybe Ekitike and Isak at top's a bit of overkill, to be fair. But wow, they've certainly set their stall out and backed Arnie's slot here, and they're going to be a force this season more than likely. They've not even had I don't think they've played that well this season, but they're still winning. They're still winning. Sign of a good side, and once they get going with these players in the team, I'm sure they will be very dangerous. And remember, they did win the league as well. So they won the league, and now they've been the team that's invested the most. I mean, I don't think their net spend may be the most, though, because they've recouped quite a significant amount, but certainly they've spent hundreds of millions. Exactly, yeah. Wirtz and Isak, so crazy. Ekitike, cheap. I mean, he looks a real player as well. That's it. You could argue that once they've seen how Ekitike's done, they wouldn't even really need Isak. But they've just gone and got Isak as well. Yeah, Mamadashvili and Leon as well, yeah. Oh, mad, isn't it? Liverpool, after dominating for the next 10 years. What are you on about there, wobbly banana land? Scousers, $500 million window. Unreal, the mustard. Pretty unbelievable. Fair play to him. With Napoli signing all United rejects, they will be lucky to get top 4. Harsh. I mean, in regards to Liverpool, to be fair, right, so if you think about over the last 10 years, and obviously now is now, different rules and regulations apply. But if you think about over the last 10 years, there's no way Liverpool has spent anywhere near as much as the likes of Man United, Man City, Chelsea. They just haven't. So they've kind of been saving it up for a while. I know they've spent some big money, like Darwin Núñez was a huge amount. They've spent some big money, but in general, over the last 10 years, they haven't spent anywhere near as much as City or United or Chelsea. And so the fact that they've spent that, I guess it's just, they're just catching up a little bit there. Guehi's done too. Yeah, Guehi deal in doubt last I checked. Oh, really? Oh, mate. Well, goodness me. Imagine if they get Guehi as well. They've smashed this window. Yeah, and Chelsea as well, to be fair, have done a lot of business this window as well, including completely mugging us off. Yeah, and they've apparently got a deal in place there with Bayern for, what, £70 million for Nicholas Jackson, and including an £11 million fee or something along those lines. They've got a great deal there for Nicholas Jackson. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I can't believe it, how good a deal they've got. And then they bought Garnacho off of us for only £40 million, further proving how shite we are in terms of transfer negotiations. Stuart Zekman, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, you legend. He says, agree or disagree, Liverpool are truly on a mission to replace United as a global football club. Clearly going for winning literally everything, while you and City are in recovery mode. Disagree, Stuart. Disagree, Stuart. What is that all about? Truly on a mission to replace United as the global football club? Nah, mate. Not at all, mate. Definitely not. I mean, they're certainly going out there on a mission to... Look at this. Isak is a rat. Visser is a Geordie. There's just somebody sprayed it on a bedsheet outside St. James's Park. It says, Isak is a rat. Visser is a Geordie. Brilliant. Stuart Zekman, thank you so much for that, by the way. I don't know about that, Stuart. I think you got a long way, to go to become the global football club. I mean, you already are one of the biggest clubs in the world, let's be honest. You had a bit of a shite spell for many years, but you're always a big club with a lot of rich history and winning lots of things. And now you're in a good period again. But don't get too carried away, laddie. Okay, let's have another look at some of the updates coming out here. Oh, interesting. Udinese agree a deal to sign Idrissa Guehi from Metz. That's all just Rasmus. Let me give it a refresh, see if anything's come out. Obviously, there's only 7 minutes to go of this window. There's 353 legends in it, by the way. Thank you so much for joining us. Only 135 likes, though. You what? Who are you? Rasmus Hojlund? What sort of Gashmus Boyland ratio is that? Let's see if we can get that sucker up to 200 likes. Smash the likes on the stream if you could. That'd be immense. Get yourself subscribed to the channel if you're new as well. We're almost at 94k subs on YouTube. So give us a subscribe if you're new. And let's get stuck in here raw for this Betis news. Laurie Whitwell, Manchester United confirm the permanent deal of Antony to Real Betis. €25 million package, including 50% sign-on clause. Get in there, my son. See you later on, Antony dos Gash dos, lad. Oh, my goodness me, you are gash. Yeah, so there he is, guys. He's on his way out. Ben Jacobs, with a little bit more info on it, says Antony's move to Real Betis from United is confirmed. The fee's 22 plus €3 million. There's a 50% net sell-on clause and 0 exit package payoff to the player. Right, okay, so essentially what's going on is If he's sold for a profit, then we get 50% of that later on in the window. So that's final now. Graham Bailey says Antony finalises deal to Real Betis, £20 million with 50% sell-on clause, as reported earlier in the window. That was always the plan. So there you go. That is big news, really, there. Antony to Betis is complete. Get in there. Good riddance. Another one of Ten Hag's absolute complete goons that just didn't work out for us. Yep, it's a 6 out of 10. I agree. Cake Cadet, how you doing? Guys, give us a rating out of 10 then. I agree with Cake. 6 out of 10. Bang on. If we get a midfielder now in the dying embers of the last 5 minutes of this window, it'll go up. But as of right now, we still not addressed the midfield issue. We could have got a better, more experienced goalkeeper. Not necessarily a better one. Let's see how he is. He could be great, but we could have got a more experienced, more proven goalkeeper. Same goes for the striker position as well. Could have gone and got a more proven Premier League striker or another option with a bit more bottle, I suppose. Not saying Sesko's not going to be great. I think he will be great, but he's just not Premier League proven. It's going to take him time to adapt. Time that we really don't have. Time that Amorim really doesn't have. Yep, that's right. New deal confirmed there, superstar. But I'd give it a 6 out of 10, Cake. We've done all right with regards to getting rid of players in the dying embers of this transfer window. To be fair, that deal there for Rasmus Hojlund to Napoli, there is a decent deal in theory, €50 million total package. If they qualify for the Champions League, get in the top 4 in Italy, then that becomes triggered and they have to pay us €50 million total for him. So he'd be off the books. If not, then I guess he comes back to United in a year's time with a good set of experience under his belt and hopefully a more confident player. Antony is off the books. Yeah, we've taken a ridiculous financial hit on that one. Thanks very much, Eric Ten Hag, you Dutch Kojak Melt. Have fun in the dog queue, sunshine. Thankfully, he got sacked by Leverkusen today. Couldn't happen to a more cone-headed Melt. To be fair, don't feel sorry for him, guys. He's only been there 2 minutes. I'm sure the compensation package he received was quite nice for only a couple of months' work. You know what I mean? So don't feel too bad for the guy. Gungshi, you legend, thank you. Do what Gungshi says and smash the like and all that. Thank you, Gungshi, you hero. How you getting on, lad? Stephen Shipman, let's be having you. Okay, so, you know, if you look at this, 7 out of 10 says Gungshi, 7 out of 10, 5, 7.5. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad window. Sesko could be great. Lammens could be great. I really like Mbeumo. I really like Cunha. You know, we've also got, Diego Leon. We also... have got rid of a good few melters as well. Rashford on loan out to Barcelona. Also, you've got to say that some of the other deals that we've done, I mean, I think Garnacho, getting rid of him is good, but I also think that we could have got a lot more money for him, especially when you factor in deals that other teams are doing, and like Chelsea selling Nicholas Jackson to Bayern for essentially 80 mil, you know. That's, you've got to say, if that goes through, you've got to say, that's just crazy, and we've just let him go to a rival for 40 mil. It's pretty mad. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left of this window, guys. We'll see what comes out in the next few minutes. It's not profit. It's 50% of the sale. I thought it was 50% of the... Fab said, I'm pretty sure it was 50% of the profits of the sale. So anything above what they make on him. That's what I thought it was, but I could be wrong. Maybe you're absolutely right. If it's 50% of the overall sale, that's obviously way better for us. It's way better for us. I'm not David Neese. He says, have you been on the booze pig? I've not, mate. No, I've just got the flu. I've got probably the vid or something. I don't know. I took Mrs. P to the doctors earlier. They said she didn't have a chest infection. It's most likely something viral. So just to rest up and, you know. And I've got the same thing, but, you know, it's not hit me properly just yet, but I definitely am ill. So that's all it is, mate. You know, not been on the booze. Don't worry. I've just been accosted by disease. Do you know what I mean? That's a way of putting it, isn't it? I know. How did they get 71 million? I know. And apparently an 11 million fee or something as well up front, the Cake. So it's pretty ridiculous amounts of money involved. And if you think of Visser's 29. I know Visser's a good player, to be fair. I wanted him at United. But he's gone for 55 million to Newcastle. He's 29. You know, Visser. And Garnacho's going to Chelsea for 40. So it's pretty crazy. But even still, getting rid of a lot of the melters has been a positive thing this summer. We've got rid of some good players now. I mean, some shit players. We got rid of some shit players now, which is good. So hopefully we can crack on and improve a few things. Booze will make it better. COVID's back. I reckon she's got the vid. I reckon she's brought the vid home, yeah. We only get 40 million from Chelsea, but if they sell him for 70 to 80 million, we get 10%. Yeah, well, 10%. I mean, I don't think you've done your maths properly there, mate. That would mean we get 47 million. Think about it, Simon. We get 10%. So if they sell them for 50 million, that means we get 5 million. So it would mean the total cost of the price that we receive is 45 million. That's not good, mate. That's still not good. So, okay, if they sell him for 100 million, if they sell him for 100 million, we get 10 million. That's all. If they sell him for 100. So, no, we don't get that much. It's still a shit deal, really. We should have had like a 40% sell-on clause on Garnacho, really, for the sort of, you know. Okay, deadline day's about to close. Paul S. in Texas, thank you so much for getting in here raw, lad. Transfer madness, finally ending. Get well soon, Mr. Plea. Flush some melts out at least. Yes, Paul S., thank you so much. We did get rid of a lot of melters. You're absolutely spot on. It's been a good window in that sense. That's the end of the window, guys. The window's shut. It's slammed shut. Obviously, bits and bobs of information are still going to trickle out over the coming minutes and even hours, perhaps. But let's just see what the final sort of reports are. Oh, so this was what we heard about Conor Gallagher. Check this out. So it was rejected, the approach anyway. Look at that. Apparently you're interested in Conor Gallagher. We talked about this earlier on in today's show. But United made an inquiry to loan Atletico Madrid midfielder Conor Gallagher. Approach rejected. Atletico were never prepared to sanction a temporary move. So just some sort of a loan deal. It seems United trying to go and approach him for yet inquiry of a loan, obviously. That is interesting. We couldn't get that done. So yeah, that's a shame that we weren't able to just get someone in there to help us out. Nico Jackson deal. Documents have just been signed, all sealed. He's a new Bayern player. Crazy shit. How much money? It's crazy. Yep, not a member of the bomb squad, a.k.a. bum squad, officially, but Rasmus leaves. Rasmus Hojlund obviously confirmed as leaving. Antony new... oh, what's this? A new... Oh, hang on. We've got to watch this. Check this. New Antony dos Santos welcome video. What? 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 It's just like the biggest signing ever for Real Betis, guys. You know what I mean? This is hilarious, mate. Yeah, he's a legend at Betis. I know he was very good for them last 6 months or so. What the fuck's that? Looks like a fucking hangman's noose ready for him set up, mate. What the fuck? He's gonna go and hang himself. What the fuck? It's a gallows, mate. Why have they got a metal gallows set up in their stadium, mate? What the fuck? Yeah, welcome to the club, mate. We're hanging his shirt by a fucking gallows. You know what I mean? What is that all about, my friends? Hey, let's have another look at this. I mean, what is that? Of all the things they could have hung it from, why does it look so, you know... Sorry, but that's just weird, man. That's just weird. What the fuck? You should have just had him there. Why is he not there holding it, for fuck's sake? Why not just, I don't know, why not put it on a mannequin or just not even do that? That's so strange, mate. Anyway, there you go. Bienvenido. Welcome to Antony. Antony dos Gastos. Steady on there, mate. Steady on there. They got the gallows set up for you, mate. Watch in line. Watch this top from last season. Yeah, that's what it is. What a shite washing line, though. Oh, yeah, hung it from the washing line. I know, it's brilliant. He can no longer afford a kit man. He has to wash and dry his own shirt. They're playing hangman. Oh, I don't think so, Paul. Well, right, let's continue with the latest then. So, saga's over. Nicholas Jackson, new Bayern Munich player. There you go. It is done. Antony, Sky Sports confirm it as well. Betis completed a deal to sign Antony for £22 million. Alex Disasi won't sign at West Ham. Burnley have signed Benfica midfielder Florentino Luis on a season-long loan. Why didn't we get him on a season-long loan? You know, I mean, we could have done with him. You know, I don't know hardly anything about him, but I'm sure we could have done with him. Yeah, this is a good one. Sky Sports News just showed this banner outside. Isaac is a rat, Visser is a Geordie. Check that out, guys. Outside St. James's Park. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Isaac is a rat, Visser is a Geordie. What a rat, though, Isaac is, man. I know he's gone and got that big money move to the Champions. It's hard to really turn down, but it is rat-tastic, isn't it? It's rat-tastic. Let's have a look, Elizabeth. Surely Lammens is complete. We're waiting for the final confirmation here to come through. Let's have a look. Here we go. What's this? Post-transfer deadline Q&A. Oh, hang on. Strasbourg agreed deal to sign Ben Chilwell on a 2-year contract. Random one. Strasbourg signed Chilwell. Harry Amas has gone out on loan as well to Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship. Harry Amas out on loan. That's another confirmation. Man United confirming that one. Chance to gain experience in the Championship. Best of luck at Sheffield Wednesday. Harry Amass out on loan. Amass completes his Sheffield Wednesday move. Huge potential. Hope he gets lots of games. So he's out on loan there. What else has happened here in the last few minutes? Marco Asensio's move to Fenerbahce from PSG is now confirmed. Interesting one. Summer transfer window now closed, guys. It's closed. Betis completed that deal. I don't think this... we're just waiting, obviously. We'll see. There's going to be information that trickles in now. I've got all the latest updates here, and it will update as we go. Let's just give it a little update here, see what else is coming through. But right now, you know, I haven't seen the confirmation of Lammens, but it's all... It got the here we go earlier from Fab and everything, and David Ornstein confirming it originally as well. So I'm sure it's done. It's just... I don't know. It's not announced here just yet, it seems. It's not announced here just yet. Hopefully we can get him in. Yeah. Senne Lammens' announcement won't be for a while, but the deal is still expected to be completed. That is from Rich Fay, who says that the Senne Lammens deal will not be announced for a while. Why the fuck not? You know what I mean? It really pisses me off. How long? Do you know what I mean? How annoying is that? Anyway, and Lammens' announcement won't be... Classic United, you know, last-minute Larrys. You know what I'm saying? Proper last-minute Larrys here. So anyway, that's what Rich Fay says. He says that Senne Lammens' announcement won't be for a while, but the deal is still expected to be completed. Yeah, that's kind of all that's coming in at the minute. We'll see if a bit more comes out in the coming moments. But yes, at the moment, the big news of the last sort of half an hour is Rasmus Hojlund there. Completes his move there to Napoli, and that is official. I can't believe we didn't go for a midfielder. Seriously, what a set of wankers, though. We needed a midfielder, man. We're going into the season with old man Cassie and Ushate. Okay, Mainoo's not going anywhere. That's good, and he'll be utilised. But really, we needed a new midfielder, like a Belabor type. And we haven't gone and got them, have we? We're shite. We're absolutely shite. We are. Okay, we've actually had a decent window. We've got rid of a lot of players in a late flurry there. We've done some good stuff getting rid of the bum squad. Okay, and we've also signed some really good players for the future as well in Lammens and Sesko, and Buemo and Cunha are great deals. Largely, it's a good window. I can't really complain. It is a good transfer window. But it's still piss poor that we didn't go and get a midfielder. We should have gone and done it, and clearly we're making some inquiries. We did a few weeks ago with Belabor, today even with Conor Gallagher. We're just leaving everything so late. Where's the planning? That's what really annoys me about Man United. Obviously, we're trying to get these players in, and they need to be the right sorts of deals, but why are we leaving it so long to get them done? We should have had a midfielder at the start of the transfer window, and we haven't even got a midfielder, so it's poor. Unless there's going to be some big surprise announcement in the coming minutes that we actually have signed Belabor, then we've shat it, haven't we? Yeah, well, Mainoo will get more game time. I'm sure he will. You know, it was understood that there's no expectation for him to go anywhere. United did not want to let him go, and they told him as much. So it's understood Mainoo's not going anywhere. Yeah, that's right, history. Hang on, it was just a loan move, wasn't it, there, history? Or are you saying that it was a transfer? So I might have misread it. Super chat. Exactly, Liverpool just going to... It's theirs to lose. Yeah, Senne Lammens doing his medical at the club. Is it possible to get anyone on loan even after this window shuts? I believe it is, mate. Yeah, I believe it is. And also, you know, there's obviously different rules for free agents as well. Like you can sign free agents. There's still some players we could sign, technically. Could have loaned one. It depends from different leagues as well. Different leagues have different transfer window deadlines and all sorts, don't they? Loan. Yeah, it's a loan move. So Harry Amass is a loan move. Sorry, guys. Harry Amass is a loan. That's that then. Still needed a couple more, in my opinion, but at least we got a lot of melters out. We did. It's a good window. You know, it's not as good as Liverpool. Liverpool lost out on a couple of players like Trent. They replaced him with Frimpong. What a great replacement. They've got rid of the likes of Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez. They replaced him with the likes of Vert, Ekitike and Isaac. And then they've also added other players as well on top of that with the likes of Kirkes and yeah, you know, they've obviously had the best window, and Chelsea have had a very good window. Man United have not had a bad window, though. We should be a much better team this season with Cunha and Buemo, and hopefully Sesko is going to be a lot better than Hojlund for us as well, even though he's had a slow start. Let's also pray. Praying hands in the live chat, guys. Let's pray, you know, that Senne Lammens is the next De Gea, is the next Edwin van der Sar, is the next Peter Schmeichel for us. Let's pray that is the case and that he's not another complete Andre Onana melt job. Because if he is, goodness me, I don't think I could take it, to be fair. You know, it's a problem area for us. If you think about post-Peter Schmeichel, how many goalkeepers we've had, only 2 of them are what we would consider the right stuff. Only Edwin van der Sar and Big David De Gea. They're the only 2 that are up to much. Everyone else, Bosnich, Howard, Carroll, you know, obviously Onana, Bayender, just everyone are not up to scratch. They've not been up to scratch. It's hard to find a stalwart goalkeeper. It really is. So let's hope that Senne Lammens is that one. And let's hope that he is Senne Lammens and he doesn't go by the name of Lenny Scammons. You know what I mean? Let's hope that he's not Lenny Scammons at Manchester United, where he's just some sort of scammer called Lenny, who's managed to find himself a big move to a huge club from Belgian Pro League Farmers League. You know, we don't want Lenny Scammons, we want Senne Lammens. So let's hope this guy's going to be really good for us. And if not, then I can't take it. I cannot take it. I did see that. I love it, mate. I love it, mate. That's, you know, ordinarily I wouldn't pray for anyone's downfall. And he's not really had a downfall. He's just been there for a couple of months, had a little holiday in Germany. Probably, you know, gathered a whole bunch of, you know, bratwurst and beers and all sorts and just sacked it off. Why do you think they sacked him off after 2 months? He's obviously shy. What's he been doing? He's been sacking off, mate. Not taking it seriously, just going for the cash. You know what I mean? Silly lemons. Sancho confirmed. Come on, I know. Oh, hang on. Sorry, let's get the actual confirmation. Sorry. Ben Chilwell agreed to join Chelsea's sister club, Strasbourg. It's a permanent transfer with Chilwell agreeing a 2-year contract. So there's that confirmed again. A deal sheet has gone in for Mark Guehi deal. Sources to TBR Football. Crystal Palace still yet to confirm. Interesting. So let's hope that Liverpool don't get the Mark Guehi deal over the line, because that's another great signing for them. You know, that's a really, really fantastic signing for them, especially for £35 million. You know, that's cheap, really, for the player that they're getting and the age and everything. That would be a cracking deal for them. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. But right now, you know, that is a possibility by the looks of it. They've obviously been working on Guehi, so that could be going through. What's this? Oh, Raheem Sterling stays at Chelsea on deadline day. Some other windows remain open, but Sterling won't move today. Also understand he's still not open to Saudi. Okay, then. That's it. There's no, you know, I'm not seeing any. Let's have another little refresh, but I'm not seeing anything about Sancho just yet confirmation or Lammens just yet confirmation. This feed here just updates with, you know, everybody's all the latest journalists that I follow and have their notifications switched on for, like Ornstein and Fab and everyone loads. Oh, hang on. Florian Pettenberg says Fabio Vieira is a new player of Hamburger SV. All documents uploaded on time. Fabio Vieira to Hamburger. That is done as well. So, yeah, we'll see what comes out. We'll stay on for a good while longer. Don't you worry about that. Just to see what's coming in here. We want to get a confirmation, ideally, of Lammens and ideally of Sancho as well. Van der Sar was the man, wasn't he? The bomb squad, selfishness, greedy bastards. Yeah, Barthez was another shitter for us as well, Lorenzo. He was quite a good keeper before coming to us, but he just really wasn't very good for us. He was eccentric and error-prone. Ten Hag really mugged you by pissing away De Gea. Oh, he did. Imagine if we still had him. We'd have finished a lot higher than 15th last season, I'll tell you that. Because I think Andre Onana was responsible for like 18 points lost on his own or something ridiculous. Yeah. Well, I think we looked at it, Susan. We were talking about it earlier on, but obviously we're just waiting for an actual, you know, the finalisation that it's complete. Kenneth Kernan, thank you so much for your super chat there as well, Kenneth. Kenneth Kernan gets it in there raw. Paul S. in Texas, did I miss your super chat, lad? I'm so sorry, Paul. I've just seen that. Sorry, Paul. I'll read that in a second. Kenneth says, cheers, Pego. Decent window. Looking forward to Lammens being the real deal. Some reservations. Garnacho might be good / great thoughts. It would be gash if he's good. I think he'll probably be good against us, yeah. You know, just down to how much of a charter he is. Let's hope the butcher, Martinez, absolutely crunches its fellow compatriot Argentinian there when Man United do play Chelsea, you know. But yeah, I reckon Garnacho is going to be a good signing for them, to be fair. I mean, he has got a bit of a shit attitude, but if he's motivated and hungry, he's a good player. 2 years ago, I was loving Garnacho, thinking he was a wonder kid. You know, and he is. He has been a wonder kid. Last season, he was guff, and he doesn't have the right attitude, hence why he's only going for 40 million and not 80 million. It's all down to attitude, really. So he's proven himself to be a gashbag, mentality-wise. But he'll probably fit in just well at Chelsea there, because they're all a bunch of gashbag mentality melters. Paul S. in Texas, thank you for that. I missed it, lad. He says, is the butcher going to play in midfield? How else do you expect him to chop Garnacho so regularly? You know what I mean? No, I wouldn't have thought so, to be fair, Paul. I really wouldn't have thought so. No, I would have thought he is still going to be playing, you know, centre-back for us predominantly. But you never know, maybe. but just too weak to play. Maybe he's not the quickest either. I mean, he's not slow by any means, but he's not the quickest. I don't know if he would make the most sense. I suppose you could do that, but when is Leacher due back? Not for a couple of months yet, I think, lad. Yeah, Leacher needs to stay off. I think November, is it? Or October, I think maybe he's expected to be back. Funniest thing in the window, Sancho ending up at Aston Villa. I know, that's pretty cool. Actually, to be fair, I'm happy about that. Just off the books. I'd have rather he went to Italy, in all honesty, just out of our way then. But yeah, at least we can duff him up when we play Villa. Thank you so much. Pete Greenall says, hit like for the pig for a United fan. He's a good bloke. Thank you, Pete Greenall, you legend. We've hit over 200 likes now. Thank you so much, everyone who smashed that like button on this deadline day stream. Let's have another look at the updates here before I get back into the chat here. See if anything else has happened. Okay, so up to Crystal Palace. Well, what do you mean up to Crystal Palace, Fab? Surely the deal's fucking done. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's 15 minutes after the window. So what do you mean it's up to Palace? Up to Palace to what? Register it with the Premier League? I don't really understand that. Surely they would have had to have had a decision in there before 7 p.m, no? Okay, maybe not, but this is what Fab says, that Liverpool submitted a deal sheet for Mark Guehi's £35 million move. Medical also done. Up to Crystal Palace now. Interesting. So the deal sheet's in. So they got it in there anyway. Deal sheet's been completed by Mark Guehi there. Crystal Palace LFC. The player has passed his medical. Guehi's at a hotel sitting patiently, waiting for the phone call. Mark Guehi's agent and family members are with him for support. Yeah, so that seems like it's gonna happen, but I suppose Crystal Palace could not accept it if the power's still with Crystal Palace there. It's only a £35 million deal. You know, they'd be better off keeping him at this stage, maybe. He'll be a bench warmer for Villa. Ollie got sacked as well, I know, and Jose. Go on, Amas. It's up to Palace to accept it. They didn't want to let him go with no replacement. Yeah, so I wonder if they will accept it. He scored a banging goal for them last night. Yeah, Palace want a replacement. Guehi is done deal according to Fabrizio. Well, okay. You know, I mean, Fabrizio's last update is just simply that Liverpool submitted the deal for Mark Guehi, but it is up to Crystal Palace. So, you know, we'll see. What's this? William Osula's deadline day move from Newcastle to Frankfurt appears off. Yep. Toby Collier. I haven't heard anything. I mean, what is happening with Toby Collier? Yeah, that's what I understood, Chris, previously earlier on today. Anyway, I haven't seen the actual confirmation of it, but I expect you might be right. What about Kone? Now we have bought a midfielder. Sure, we have to use him. Maybe, lad. You know, obviously, we probably should be dipping in and giving some of these youngsters more opportunities anyway, due to the fact that we've got a few old, haggard individuals in the team there that are a bit melty. Yeah, bizarre. Agree. It's a shame as he's decent. Collier loaned out. He needs some game time. All of his passes were backwards. Oh, yeah, shit. Sorry, that happened weeks ago. Sorry, I remember now. Yeah, Toby Collier went to West Brom. Yeah, that's Ulf 793's team, lad. Big up Ulster. Yeah, he went to West Brom. We'll be witnessing Bruno Fernandes' stinker this season. He'll be sold to Saudi next winter. I think he will be sold, regardless of whether he has a good one or a bad one, personally. I believe he will be sold, mate. So you're right about that, I think. Both clubs have submitted the necessary paperwork to apply for 2-hour extension till 9 p.m. to complete the deal. Interesting. So IndyCar News reporting that both clubs have submitted the necessary paperwork to apply for 2-hour extension till 9 p.m. to complete the deal. What the fuck's the point of having a deadline then? You know what I mean? What is the point of having a deadline then? Yep, Lammens paperwork handed in before 7. They have 2 hours to complete. Yeah, it looks like maybe similar to this sort of situation there. Window closed unless they're trying to get through the back door. You saw Here We Go earlier. Yeah, well, the agreement there is obviously in place, but I guess sometimes things can fall down if paperworks aren't all complete in time and all that sort of thing. But yeah, should be all right. Do we have any promising academy midfield prospects? I mean, yeah, of course we do. We've got some very good young talents in the team. You know, for a start, Mainoo's 19, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? He can play in our team. Chido Obi is 17, isn't he? Like, those guys have been involved within the first team squad the last couple of years. You know, last year, certainly anyway. Backdoor, Kone, yeah, exactly. We could have got Costa on loan. Backdoor. We could play Mazraoui at CDM since he played there for Bayern on occasion. Mazraoui is very versatile. He can play all over there. I completely agree. We got 20 million for Antony plus a 50% net selling clause. Yeah, very decent, lad. Who would you sign or sell in January? I'd still sell a couple of players. You know, I'm not overly keen on, you know, one or two melters we still got in the team, such as, you know, Luke Shaw, but good luck selling Luke Shaw. And also Mason Mount, even though he's actually looking pretty good this season. He's just an injury-prone melter. Palace tried a last-minute guilt trip on Guehi, saying they did not have a replacement and tried to get him to pull out the deal. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I know that they were, obviously, last night when they won, I think some of his teammates were trying to get him to, like, say goodbye to the fan, but I don't think he really wanted to, did he? So I don't know. Maybe it's not all 100%, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like it makes a bit of sense. That Jackson to Bayern move is crazy. Somebody time out that Steve Moss melter in the live chat, guys. We welcome people in here from all walks of life, mate. All religions, all creeds, all races, all everyone. As long as you're not a complete tosspot. So, you know, don't be a dick, mate. Don't be a dick there, Mr. Whoever you are. You scumbag. MUFC realist, what's going on there, lad? Mick in the house. He says Leach will play in the CDM and left centre back. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think he'll be playing in the defence still. Maybe sometimes he could play CDM. He's not the most mobile though. He's a little bit small, but I guess CDM it doesn't matter as much as centre back, does it? You know, look at Kante. So maybe you could be onto something. He certainly has the attributes to be a decent defensive-minded ball-winning midfielder, doesn't he? He does have the attributes. I wonder if that will happen. It may well do, especially if we're going to be seeing the likes of De Ligt and Yoro playing all the time. There just might not be that many opportunities for Leacher at centre-back. But then again, we are playing a back three and there will be injuries, so I'm sure he'll play a bunch. But yeah, Simon says clubs must have proof that a deal is close. Not everyone can apply a deal sheet. They do get rejected. There you go, lad. No worries, no worries, no worries there. Nice one, Chris Koo. Yeah. Oh, don't say stuff like that, Susan. No, you don't have to pander to this melt. Yeah, don't bite on that melter there. Don't bite on that melter. I'm just telling the mods so they can time this sucker out, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, Susan's not banned. Don't ban Susan. She's just joking around there, but she obviously is just being silly. Please retract your message there, Susan. Retract your message there, Susan. Nice one. Anyway, nice one, Gungus having a slash. Gungshi getting in there, doing some raw, moderatorly duties. Thank you so much, Gungshi. I appreciate that. Which two goalkeepers would you take to the Etihad out of 4? Sorry? Which two goalkeepers would you take to the Etihad out of 4? Oh, right. I see what you mean. So Lammens starting, obviously, and probably, yeah, Bayender as the backup, I suppose. That would be what I would do. Don't want to see Onana anywhere near the team, and Heaton hasn't been playing for us. I think he is probably the most solid out of the ones we currently have, but he's not been playing for us, has he? Have you bought anyone else? Let me have another look at the updates coming through here. Give me una momento, por favor. So I'll just give this a refresh, see if anything's coming out last few minutes as we've been chatting. Just to see what's happened. Interesting, the amount of money the club has wasted for a long period. Well, the recruitment has been awful by United over the years. We were talking about that earlier with huge losses made on Antony and even Hojlund. Not so much of a loss on Hojlund, but Antony and obviously Sancho. All these players we've melted with. Nice! Senne Lammens is now complete. That's what Ben Jacobs says 2 minutes ago. There it is, guys. Update there from Ben Jacobs, at least, saying that it is done. Senne Lammens moved to Manchester United. Get in there, my son. See you later on, Flubberhand lad. Get out of my football club, Onana. I'm just a little bit gutted that there isn't, or maybe it will still come out, but there isn't anything yet that's happened in regards to an Andre Onana loan move anywhere. You know, that would be the ideal, wouldn't it, if we could get this Onana melter out the team. Because I'm still worried that Senne Lammens is coming in as a young 23-year-old Belgian Pro League player, and he's going to be competition for Onana. That's still what I'm worried about. So I hope that we're not seeing Onana anymore, and Onana's going to be sacked off and sold or loaned out or whatever we can do at some point. And Lammens is going to be the number one. But yes, mate, get in there, my son. Let's get some hand emojis in there. See you later on, Mr. Foam Finger. It's time for a new cat between the sticks. Let's hope he is a good goalkeeper for us. As I've said, I'm not convinced, guys. You know, okay, he looks great. There's lots and lots of great footage of him stopping shots and claiming balls. And, you know, he's a big, tall, strong lad. He looks good. you know, in the vein of a Courtois or a De Gea or a Donnarumma or whatever. He's sort of, you know, like a tall sort of fella. Edwin, whatever, you know, he gives me those sorts of physical vibes. But the thing is, those guys are the elite of the elite. And is he going to go and live up to that? Is he ready made to do it right now? He's only been playing Belgian Farmer Pro League stuff. So I'm not convinced, but I really hope so. I hope he's going to be great. It's not as proven as going to get someone like Donnarumma. I think City have done well getting Donnarumma there. He's a great keeper, to be fair, and I think he'll do really well for them. So I'm disappointed that we didn't at least try and go for him. Martinez, I still think, represents more experience, better right now for us, for the short term at least. Obviously not for the long term, but for the short term, Martinez would have been good. But as it turns out, we've scrimped and saved, and we've gone for the cheaper option. And we've gone for Senne Lammens because his wages are dirt cheap. And also the transfer fee of 21 million euros is also dirt cheap. But get in there, you know, it's a new keeper. See you later on Andre. See you later on Bayender. They are now, I guess, going to be backups if they're still here at the club. So Lammens should be the number one. Well, that's terrible, isn't it, Jamie? Imagine that. Imagine if we sign Lammens and he's coming in to be the backup for Andre Onana or Bayender. Could you actually imagine that? I don't want to imagine that, you know, but you could be right. If you actually think about the sort of signing that he is, somebody with very limited experience at 23 years of age, who's only played in the Belgian Pro League, on paper, he doesn't make sense to be ready for Man United just yet. On paper, he does not. You'd start Senne Lammens and put Bayender on the bench, yeah. So they already said he's a backup. I mean, if Senne Lammens is coming in to be a backup, then it's an even shitter pickup than, you know, than not going for someone like an actual first team improver. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you? He's got to be the starter, mate. He's the starter, mate. He's the starter, mate. Come on. Of course he is. Oh, Mrs. P, how's it going? Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. How are you feeling?
Rough.
Me and Mrs. P are rough, guys. We're ill. She's more ill than me, though, but yeah, she's ill. She's real ill right now. But yes, please, that would be nice.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Bye, guys. Bye, everyone.
All right, Angel, thanks for that. Our last Belgian was resounding success, a human pinball machine. The last Belgian we had. Who's the last Belgian we had, mate? Oh, Marouane Fellaini? Is that who you mean? Just trying to think, man. Just trying to think. I feel better. Thank you very much, Endor, you legend. Thank you, everybody in the chat here. Been a while. Hey, what's going on there, lad? Yes, hang on a sec. My chat's just completely shat the bed. There you are. Christopher McKinnon. Yes, mate. What's going on anyway, mate? How are you doing? Much love, you legend. Right, let me go have a look at the other updates. Oh, my live chat shat the bed again. Let me go have a look at the other updates real quick here. So, Senne Lammens seems to have completed his move to United. Aymeric Laporte to Athletic Club. Here we go. That's done. Let's also check out the latest updates. That's a bit of a sus picture of JD Canvo there, isn't it? Crystal Palace confirmed the signing. JD Canvo from Toulouse. Fee is 21 million. Bit sus picture, mate. You know, paid me like one of your French girls. You know what I mean? I'm getting Kate Winslet from Titanic vibes from this guy, mate. You know what I mean? Is there really the need for that sort of reveal? Or David Brent vibes, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, guys? Getting some serious Brent-tastic vibes on the go here. But yeah, nice one. Paid me like one of your French girls. Let me just pop out the chat and copy the link again because my RAM has run out, guys. I ran out of RAM. All you guys' messages, too many messages. My computer can't handle remembering all the messages, so it just has to shart his pants every now and then reset. So let me just reset it, and then we'll be able to get everyone's comments back up on screen. Once again, if you're just joining the stream, smash the like, smash the subscribe, click the bell icon, get yourself involved. We want to hear from you. We're just running down all the latest information on the done deals and everything that's coming out in this show. So bear with me. There's still going to be stuff trickling in over the next few minutes. Victor Boniface there. Look at that. He signed for Werder Bremen. Interesting. Full agreement been reached with Leverkusen. So Victor Boniface to Werder Bremen as well has happened. Axel Disasi said no to West Ham. Is told he shunned interest from Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Wolves and Ajax. That's from Via Graham Bailey. Kolo Muani, yep. Spurs obviously complete that deal there for Rando Kolo Muani as well from PSG. I think, is it 55 million they've paid for him? I reckon that's quite a good signing, actually, for the Spuddies. Fair play to him. I reckon that's quite a decent signing, that one. Randall Kolo Muani getting in there. They've signed him, guys. That's done. Newcastle confirmed Trevor Sanusi's joined Lorient on a season-long loan as well. Interesting. One of the Chelsea bomb squad who's leaving is Chilwell. Yep, he's going to Strasbourg. We know that. Chelsea's Exodus said no to West Ham. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we'll see if anything else comes out in the next few minutes. But Lammens has been confirmed as done there by Ben Jacobs. So, have to wait and see. But I'm sure it's done. Yep, you got your goalkeeper in your bro. It looks like it. It looks like it. I haven't seen, like Ornstein or Fab confirm and say it's actually done. But we have seen there Ben Jacobs say it. So, Cook tea now. Mrs. P is ill. Mrs. P's actually doing the tea here tonight, mate. Big herself up, even though she's under the weather. While I'm on here chatting, she's putting it's only a lasagna and chips, but still, bang it in the oven. Job's a good one, but still takes effort. Still cooking. Between wages and sales, we spent around 50 million. That's shocking. Another manager not packed. I agree. They definitely need to get another midfielder as well. It is shite. You're right. They've done a lot of scrimping and saving this summer. Yeah, we have spent a lot on players, but actually when you consider what we've clawed back or what we will claw back with future deals of these players, yeah, we could have spent more. Yeah, I think so, Simon. I'm not sure, actually. No, I'm not sure, actually. Was Donnarumma confirmed? Let's wait. No goalkeeper in the world has more saves than Lammens in 24-25 season. Okay. He's playing against a bunch of Belgian farmers, lad. It makes a difference. We sold Ben Chilwell to ourselves. Yeah, I know. That's crazy, isn't it? To your sister club, Strasbourg or whatever. What a joke. We ain't going to spend over 20 million for a new keeper to be back up for a keeper we got under fraud hard. Yeah, no, I don't think he's going to be back up. It just doesn't make sense right now. I mean, could you imagine the backlash for Amorim as well if he selects, say, Andre Onana in the next game instead of Lammens? It's craziness. It just doesn't add up. It'd be like selecting Hojlund over Sesko, before he's gone. It just doesn't really add up. Lukaku, the last player from Belgium to play for us. Oh, yeah, Lukaku as well. Sancho loaned to Villa. Alan St. Maximum. Yep, I do. When United next match, we soon see the keeper. Homemade chips in the air fryer. Not homemade, no. Just oven chips, lad. Have we done enough yet to earn a Champions League spot? No, mate. Definitely not. If anything, I'm more convinced now that Man United are not going to get into a Champions League spot than ever. More convinced than ever now. Simply because all the other teams' business. If we'd have done what we've done, that's fine. It's a good window. It's not a bad window. It's a good window. Not a great window, but it's a good window from what we've done, getting rid of Melters, recouping money, and signing decent, good players. It's a good window, but it's not a great window. Other teams have had a great window, and guess what? Those teams were better than us to begin with. Those teams finished higher than us, were winning the title in Liverpool. They've had the best window, along with the likes of Chelsea. Arsenal has strengthened considerably. City has strengthened considerably. All of these teams that were miles ahead of us last season, they've all strengthened massively as well. So it's going to take a lot of good fortune, really, and a lot of quality from the manager and the players for us to get into the top four. I can't see it. If we'd have got a worldy midfielder as well, and maybe like a Donnarumma type keeper, a real difference maker, a real ready-made world star in between the sticks, then potentially we could have maybe done something like that. But honestly, with what we've done now, I think we're going to finish 7th. That's my prediction. Get your thoughts and predictions in there. I think we're going to finish 7th with the business that we've done. It's good, but it's not great. And there's too many teams that are going to be above us who've strengthened massively as well. I mean, Liverpool have Ekitike and Isak. That's arguably, at the very least, 2 strikers that are better than the one that we've got. Sesko. I mean, obviously, Ekitike is more comparable with the age and coming from the Bundes, but Isak's proven in his prime at 24 years of age, scored shitloads of goals last season. Now, obviously, they've gone and got the cherry on the cake there with the striking signing of the summer there. Spent a lot of money for it, but they've got a great player. So that's it, really. We've done well, but they've done great, and they won the league. So there's a lot of teams that are going to be looking a lot better, I think. Trevor, I think we'll be better this season, but ultimately, we'll be doing well just to get into Europe. Let's see what you guys are saying in terms of where you think we're going to finish then. I think we are going to finish 7th. Get your thoughts and opinions in there. Let's have a little look, see what you're saying. 12th. Won't be top 8. 9th. 8-4 9th, says Wayne. Yes, Wayne the Red Lad. It wouldn't be terrible. I mean, that's just about acceptable for the first season back after finishing 15th. But I really am desperate for Man United to get into Europe. 10th for 11th, 10th for 12th, 7th in the FA Cup, 6th. Please list the new signings. For who? For everyone or for Manchester United, or what you on about, lad? Let's have a look at some of the other stuff here. What's that got to do with anything? Jamie Jackson. What are you reposting that for? Leaked footage of Alexander Isak wearing the number 9 shirts come out there. This is via IndyColor News. Interesting. Yeah, no, there's nothing else really come out there, to be fair. Nothing really come out there. To be honest, we have got to lose looking at the 2 farmers we have. Yeah, so true, lads. You're not wrong. Yeah. 7th would be great. Upgrade from the last finish. I'm thinking 9th to 10th. They bought Isak because Salah's going to Saudi next year. Yeah, good point. Everyone was blown away with Wirtz's move to Liverpool. Looks like James Milner will have more goals and assists this season than him. Good shout. I'm liking what Mbeumo's doing so far, mate. He's got a couple of goals. He's doing all right. You're going with AI prediction of 7th. Nice one. You think we'll finish 5th or 6th? Nice one, Simon. We got the mighty Mainoo. Well, I'm very glad he's not gone anywhere. Yeah, we're going to need him. He was looking at shots stats earlier. So far, we have the most shots in the whole league. Yeah, we have the most expected goals so far in the whole league. That is promising. Out the first 3 games with the most expected goals. Not converted goals, but the most expected goals per game. You're right. Slot under pressure soon. Yeah, so if we take that Grimsby game out of it, we've not done too badly. She says 7th to 10th probably. Yeah, I mean, that's it. We've got to be realistic, really. That's it, really. Anything less than that, it's massively unacceptable. Even 10th to me is very bad. We shouldn't accept 10th, but, you know, we have to kind of be realistic. If it's not 7th, then maybe 8th. Way too optimistic. Be lucky to scrape 10th, and I'm not joking. The Jerk says 9th. $500 million. Super chat. Which front 3 best suits Everton and Day from Flahovic, Conceição, or Ndai, Kolomwani, and Sancho? You what? Tucci Wanamane, thank you so much for the super chat. Your opinion, which new signing is the best so far? Okay, so for Man United, I think the best signing so far is Brian Mbeumo. And for other teams, I would say the best signing so far, I can see Zubamendi turning out to be a great signing for Arsenal, personally. I think he'll be a bit of a rock for them. Also, Palhinha at Spurs. I reckon that's going to be a big signing for them as well. I think they've done really well getting him. That's a coup. We should have gone and got him. He was dirt cheap, really. Also, I mean, Isak, to be fair. Isak at Liverpool. You know, Isak's like the next great striker in the Premier League, isn't he? His numbers don't lie. Last season he was incredible. He's got a bit of everything, really. So Isak, he's cost a lot of money, but he's a great player. So he's a lot of money, but he's a great player. Bargain of the summer. Yeah, that's right up there, Daz. Frimpong, very cheap money. The Liverpool paid for him as well. And if they could get Mark Guehi over the line for 35 million, that would be right up there as well. So Liverpool has spent a lot, but they've also spent quite shrewdly in some of their acquisitions this summer. No doubt about it. Yeah, well, it doesn't look like there's any confirmation yet from Manchester United or anyone, but we'll just stick on it for a few more minutes and see what's going on. Dinner will be ready in a bit. And also, you know, it's not going to change anything, is it, in regards to what business has been done here? But I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any other midfield news or anything like that. What's this? Translate. Why can't I translate this now? Something about Alexis Sanchez Udinese, but I don't speak it. It's official. Something about a resolution on his contract. I don't know what that means. I can't, for some reason, the C translation button is gone. There's usually a C translation button there, but it's gone. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Right, let's get stuck into the chat anyway. Oops. Let's get stuck into the live chat then, folks. Let's see what you legends are saying about it. The big news for Manchester United, obviously, is that Manchester United have signed Senne Lammens there, guys. Senne Lammens, the new goalkeeper, numero uno, hopefully, for us for a while. Hopefully he's good enough. Yeah, I think Kolomani's a good signing as well. Garnacho. Garnacho's a good signing, mate. 100%. That is a good, cheap signing for them. Oh, shit, João Pedro. What a great signing that is for Chelsea. Yeah. That's a banging signing, mate. 55 million looks like an absolute snip. He's going to score loads of goals for them. Yes, we signed Lammens, Vishnu. Only Lammens. Pedro, what a bargain. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're so right. João Pedro, he's looking incredible. He's gone up a level since going to Chelsea, hasn't he? We're in deep trouble as no defensive midfield is a mistake. I agree. I'm just assuming that we're going to be giving Mainoo much more opportunities. But yeah, best signing for us is Fred the Red. The Jerk, Xerxes and Chidowobi. Gyökeres, Isak, Xavi, Simons, Reindeers, João Pedro. Gyökeres, maybe. Right now, a little bit unconvincing, but yeah, fair play to you, lad. Liverpool going to be hard to beat this season. I think Man United could have done better at signings and gone a bit more out. Yeah, we could have. We could have tried to go and get a big, ready-made goalie and a striker, in all fairness. João Pedro to Chelsea. I know, I wish we'd have been sniffing around him. We didn't even try. He's a great pickup. Donnarumma versus Lammens in Mank Derby. Yeah, we didn't. Why didn't we not go for Hackney or Hojlund? Cheaper options. I don't know, RK. We should have got someone in, shouldn't we, in terms of the midfield position? I've no idea why we didn't even get a cheaper option. Fair enough. We might not be able to get Baleba right now. Brighton asking too much. But there's somebody out there who's a lot cheaper we could have gone and got. Xerxes has the best hair at United. What a hero. It is a good set of hair on him. Alexis Sanchez joined Sevilla Pig. That might be it. Oh, that'll be it then. Ten Hag on the market now. Not too late to make a switch. Saudi and Turkish league still open. Any mids there? Yeah, there's got to be, hasn't there? There's got to be. I'm just trying to think, but there's got to be, lad. Get Fred back. Hey, you have a good one, Disco Dave. Have a great time in Fortaventura, you legend. Yes. Enjoy it, Disco Dave. Have a nice time. Thank you so much for getting in here and have a great time over there, bud. We know that you will. Grealish is a great signing. I agree. He's going to be cooking at Everton. He's already had a very good start. You're so right. Have a safe flight, Disco. Yeah, Grealish at Everton, that's a great pickup. We need Cunha redemption. They call Lammens the ice keeper. Let's hope he doesn't get smashed to pieces like, you know, the T-1000 in Terminator 2. This keeper will look mint surely after watching Onana. Well, hopefully, Gaz. Piggy, if you and Mrs. P are feeling shitty, just dissolve a lemon. Lock it in a lemsip. It works. That sounds good. That does sound good. You expect panic signing in January? I like your style. Sesko and Gyökeres agents could sell snow to the Eskimos. Says Martin Pickard. What's up there, Viable Solutions? Yes, I know, true. Best outgoing was what we got for Punez. Yeah, fair enough. You did get a lot for him. You didn't get your midfielder, although the best outgoing may be Nicholas Jackson if that move completes permanent next year. 80 million to Bayern or whatever it is. 70 million next year, but 11 million up front or whatever. That sounds like the potential deal of the summer in terms of a sale. At least Mainoo stayed. Absolutely, at least Mainoo stayed. Right, let's have one last little look-see here, guys, at the latest reports that are coming through. We'll just see if anything other bits and bobs of information come out. It's been 42 minutes since the window shut, so I'm sure there'll be, a bit more on Guehi. There'll be final confirmation. What's this? Indicator. Mark Guehi looks very upset. Very upset. What? What does that even mean? You know what I mean? Raheem Sterling's open to a move away for the right project, but it's never materialised. His preference this summer was to stay in London. Okay, so Raheem Sterling not going anywhere there. They weren't able to get that deal done anywhere. What does that even mean, though, from Indicator News there? Of is Mark Guehi going to Liverpool or not? That's the big one of the night, really. Everything else seems to be, going to be getting done. Obviously, final confirmations waiting for people like Donnarumma and Lammens, like, properly. But in regards to... has it really? The Guehi deal has collapsed, has it? Oh, are you serious? How do you know that, though? I'm not so sure, ESClad. I haven't seen it on my timeline. I'm following all the top journos here, and it comes through as they update. I haven't seen that. So the last I saw is that, they've been given until 9 p.m. to try and get the deal done there. That's the last I've heard. I don't know where you're getting that from, though. Maybe you're right. Smash the like button on the stream if you laughed at Ten Hag's news this morning. Edison to Fenerbahce, yes. Palace have every right to refuse that. I agree, 35 million is a crap deal. But he only has a short term left on his contract, though, doesn't he? I guess they could sell him in Jan, though, for still a decent amount. Sterling's on the list of Premier League players' all-time top goal scorers. What? Andre Onana to clean the whole Old Trafford Stadium. Yes, Rasmus is gone, lad. He's gone. It's been given an extension. Ten Hag's available. Rasmus out on loan. David Ornstein just posted, deal is done. Ornstein confirmed Guehi staying at Palace. Oh, shit. Banging, lad. Oh, yeah, look, there it is. There it is. Thank you. 13 seconds ago. Thank you so much. Mark Guehi set to stay at Crystal Palace despite deal sheet submitted for transfer to Liverpool. Well, that's good. That makes their window slightly less good then, because that would have been a banging signing for 25-year-old Mark Guehi for 35 million. That would have been a banging signing. So I'm glad that they've not got him. It does seem like it's not happened. So it says 25-year-old did the Liverpool medical and agreement reached between clubs at £35 million and was sent back on a 5-year contract. But Palace replacement issues stopped move. So Palace unable to get a replacement. I guess they'll just let him go in January and they'll have somebody else lined up to come in then. So it makes sense. They shouldn't be bent over there. Guehi can hang on for a few months and play for them for a few months. I'm sure he's probably not going to be happy about this. but he can hang on for a few months, can't he? It's no big deal. So he'll go probably in the Jan window. Gives Palace time for a suitable replacement. Didn't get the paperwork in time. Transfer window should be extended to match other European leagues. It's on my screen now. I know. The whole bomb squad is gone. There it is. The whole bomb squad gone. Yes, Napoli, Rasmus definitely done. Guehi's overrated. I don't know. I rate him, to be fair. I do. I mean, maybe he's not top tier, but he's very good. He's a good, solid England and Premier League level, good level defender. Is Baleba coming to United or... No. Palace are well run. They needed a replacement. Well, I don't know if we can because they've still had a very good window, haven't they? Raheem Sterling is nearly as useful as Sancho, useless as Sancho. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Raheem's actually had quite a good career. Sancho's so far had a shit career. Raheem was good previously for City, weren't he? He had his best years at City. He was all right for Liverpool, but definitely better under Pep. And then he's just, since then, pretty much headless chicken lad. Sky Sports have called Sancho Jason Sancho. Crazy money. What a sale that is by Chelsea. It's unreal. Yeah, Palace punked the Scouse Dirtbags. Nothing coming up on Sky. Interesting. Liverpool should have done it earlier. Baleba may come next window if any UCL team doesn't go for him. I don't know why I've never done this before, by the way, guys. Why don't I do this? You know what I mean? Just have the feed up there. What do you reckon, guys? Usually I just put pictures of the tweets. But this is so much easier just to do the updates. I don't know why I've never done that. I'm actually demented. I don't know why I've not done that. Oh, look, yep, Fab also says deal off. Breaking, Mark Guehi, Liverpool deals collapsed. Despite medical done and deal sheet submitted, Crystal Palace don't approve the move following Igor deal off. Guehi stays at Crystal Palace. Oh, matron. So that deal's off there, guys. He is not going to be a Liverpool player. Not in this window anyway. Deal off there. That's the deal off right there, guys. Much better like this. So thank you, History. You live and learn. Yeah, it's good like this. Okay, yeah. Going to do one more Timo Shafter video, Pig. I will be doing some more Timo stuff, mate. Definitely, yeah. I don't know when. A bit of fun, really, Wazza. Do you know what I mean? A bit of fun, really. He's one of our targets, isn't he? Guehi and Tears. Guehi not overrated. If better for Palace, he stays to January. That would have been a big loss. I agree, yeah. It doesn't look like anyone now. Dash, it's just going to be Lammens. Clinging to the hope that Liverpool's brought in too many new players and that it will disrupt the dynamics of the players group. Don't believe it will. There's a sliver of hope. Yes, absolutely, Canoe. I agree with you. Yeah, maybe Ekatike and Isaac could fight it out for who starts and cause some issues, right? Okay, darling. Thank you. I'll be done in a minute anyway. That's awesome. Thank you, Mrs. B. No. I'm hungry. All right, then. Paul S. in Texas, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat there. He says, I would rate the window a success just based on outgoings. We can rate later how big a success. You're right, Paul. It's a good window. I've said that the whole time. It's a good window. I've rated it 6 out of 10. I think that's fair. That's better than average. It's good. We signed some really good players. Kuna and Mbuemo, great pickups. Obviously, Sesko has mad potential. Lammens seems like he's got big potential as well. We don't know yet how good he's going to be, but he has big potential. But it's not like, truly an inspirational window. We could have done more. We could have got a midfielder. We could have gone and got a top keeper earlier on. So it's a good window, though. Nice one. Pig, can I see United looking at our finances in January, making 100 bid with a clause? I mean, hope so, Simon. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Maybe so. Maybe so, lad. Perhaps. I mean, surely we still need a midfielder, so January would be the next possible time to go and get one. There is still some players we can sign, obviously, from different avenues as well, like free agents. I don't know who the best sort of central midfield free agent is right now, but we can still pick up a free agent, can't we? What's for tea? Lasagna and chips, mate. A double carbo hit, lad. Happening with our flop keepers. Great question. I was expecting to see maybe a loan moved, agreed potentially for someone like Onana or even maybe Bayender, but no. That would be awesome, wouldn't it, Wayne the Red? Yeah. Nice one. Thank you, OnnieX there. Thank you, United channel that isn't toxic and understands all the issues could never be fixed in one window. Thank you, OnnieX. Appreciate you, or Onyx. Yeah, I really appreciate that, my friend. Exactly. It's going to take time, isn't it? Onana will go to Saudi. I reckon they will. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, interesting. Exactly. There's still some leagues that are open, I guess, for a loan move. It could definitely happen. So Onana maybe could still be going out on a loan or something. Guehi deal off. I know, Elizabeth. Let's go. We could sign Rabiot and his mum. United just going to use the Waterborn as the new keeper. Simon Cowie, thank you for the $9.99 super chat, you legend. Let me just go and update this as well, see what's happened there. What's this? Nicolo Zaniolo, something in Italian there, something to do with Udinese. Yeah, nice one. Florian Pettenberg, also Fabio Vieira on the verge to sign him for Hamburger. Mark Guehi, and has his family and friends consoling him right now. He's literally in bits. That's hilarious. Anyway, we'll just go in Jan, won't he? But that's funny as. Must be pretty awkward going into training tomorrow. You know what I mean? Pretty fucking awkward, mate. Forget. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Simon. I think the window's a 7.5 window with Acuna, Diego Leon, Brian Mbuemo, Benjamin Sesko, and Senne Lammens. Yeah, you know, that's not bad, is it? Not bad, mate. It's not a bad window. It's a good window. You're right. It is a good window. So I understand what you're saying. I'm happy with it, just not fully happy. I would have loved the Baleba type or just another midfielder. Even a Paulinho would have been a great addition for us, I think. According to Ornstein, Guehi has been professional and the club maintains good relations. Yeah, he was. I think they were trying to get him to say goodbye to the fans last night, and he didn't really sort of want to commit to that at this stage, although I didn't actually watch it past the final whistle. But that's what I heard. So, yeah, Lammens to replace the Lemons, definitely. We must get Baleba in January. Guehi looks like he's had his favourite toy taken away. Cunha walking fine as well, so should be ready after break if we're lucky. Don't understand why we didn't go for the Gume when we could have got him for craziness, isn't it, Paul of the Red? So many options there for cheap we could have actually gone and got. We must get Baleba in Jan. I mean, we talked about even Wilfred Ndidi for 8 million. Do you know what I mean? Wilfred Ndidi had a relegation clause from Leicester. Not saying he's a top player anymore, but a couple of years ago I'd been buzzing if we signed Wilfred Ndidi. And as a backup option in the midfield, somebody to play now and then, he would have not been a bad option. So, you know, we definitely could have got someone. We just didn't. You'd go for Larson or Baleba any day, running 12 kilometres per game. Is mad work rate. Amazing defensive work rate. Also had 3 assists in 3 games. Great shout, to be fair, Susan. I like your style there. Remember that cringe pick of the 3 youngsters, Rashi, Garnacho? Yeah, I know. Oh, that's not aged well at all. You think top 6 is a must for Amorim? Yeah, maybe so. Get rid of Bruno and use that money for Baleba. Could have done that, couldn't we? Next summer. It's not going to happen all in one window, I guess. Right, one last little update of the latest reports. Mark Guehi's move to Liverpool from Crystal Palace is off, despite a deal sheet being submitted for the Eagles skipper. So seemingly Crystal Palace not able to get a replacement lined up in time. They're not prepared to be left without. So they've said to Liverpool, go and spin on it and come and see us again in January by the sounds of it. So that's good for Crystal Palace, and it's obviously good for everyone else because Guehi to Liverpool for 35 million is a very good deal for them. Ten Hag fired after 2 games in the Bundesliga, 1 point. He's explaining why. That's interesting. I might listen to that in a bit. But anyway. Okay, so guys, we're going to basically wrap up this stream now. That's it. Lammens is done. I haven't seen, you know, like an official thing come through here from Man United or anything, but it's all done. Apparently, people say so. Like Ben Jacobs has said that it's done. So I don't think there's any issues with the Lammens deal. Guehi is off, though. But yeah, there you go. Thank you so much to everybody that's got in this stream. That is the deadline day rundown. Yeah, it's nearly 8 p.m. We're probably... Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, breaking news. Mark Guehi's move to Palace is off, yeah. Okay, Sky Sports News just getting that. Right, folks, we're going to wrap this up then, but you can come back afterwards. What I'd love you to do, actually, after the stream is come back afterwards and rate all of Manchester United signings out of 10. So I want you to put Mbuemo, Cunha, Sesko, you know, all their names, and rate out of 10 how good do you think the signing is based on how good they are, their potential and the price tags and all that sort of stuff. Come back and give us a rating of this transfer window as well, obviously, overall. So give us a rating overall and also rate the players that we've signed. Thank you so much, you legends, for getting in here. I really appreciate you all for joining. All the moderators, Jonathan, Kate Cadet, of course, Mr. Gung Shilioni. Thank you so much for tuning in, as always, you absolute don. Chris Koo as well. Thank you so much, Dad. Yeah, well, you know, usually I don't really... I'll be honest, I'm going to be very happy when this transfer window shite is closed. I really am, because I'll be honest, I don't like doing the transfer window stuff. It's so annoying, especially like when we had that incident with Mbuemo where it's like it's delayed for a month. And it's like almost, it seemed like for almost a month, we're just talking about Mbuemo closer. Mbuemo. It's so, it does my head in, guys. Honestly, it really does. I'm happy that it's closed. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that the window's happened and that we've signed players. And I'm grateful that people are watching the streams and stuff over the summer and the channel can actually keep going in some capacity where there's no football. So I'm grateful for the window, don't get me wrong. But also, you know, I don't really, it just pisses me off. It just, most of it's just BS, paper talk, clickbait guff. Obviously, there's some truth to it all, but yeah, you know, I much prefer when the window's closed, to be honest. I really do. and then all the speculation just goes for a few months. I much prefer that. So yeah, back to football business, absolutely. Thank you so much, Solitude Guard, appreciate it. But thank you everyone who's tuned into these transfer window shows over the summer. There definitely will be more Man United news shows, you know, not just getting rid of those. We're going to try and keep the lunchtime lives going and all that sort of stuff with the days Man United goings on over the next few months until the January window's open again. Nice one, Justin, Kim, Justin, Wayne, Paula. Big up to you legends. Have a good one. AC Shadow Warrior, Daz Salford, Chris Koo, Gary Finnegan. Superstar, Aiden, Bizarre Pudding, Susan, D-Tex, Kimster, get in there as well. Chris Kuyudon, History, Elliot, D-Tex, Ezio, Raisin. Once again, all the mods, people like Gungshi and The Mustard and Chris Koo and Daz Salford and everyone. Aaron and co. Thank you all the mod squad. Thank you all the members in green, like Jamie Riley, AC Shadow Warrior, Ezio, Dave Watkins, Superstar, Simon Cowie Legend, Chris Koo, and everybody else as well. Oh yeah, PTSD from the Frankie de Jong saga. So true. You like it when the window's closed because the team's more settled and no one is looking over their shoulder. Definitely true, Simon. Everybody knows that they're staying there, at least for the time being. Arsenal signed Piero Hincapié on loan with option to buy from Leverkusen. Shit! They've signed Hincapié, that defender. That's interesting. Arsenal have signed another player on loan. Sorry, that's just popped up. Let me get that up on the screen. I'm sure it's probably here now. Let me go in and pop that up on the screen. Sorry, guys, we're just wrapping up, but something's just come through about a new bit of business. Where is it? Yeah, look. Piero Hincapié is a gunner, confirmed. Interesting. Yeah, I think he's decent as well from what I've seen of him. So that's a decent sort of loan move. We should have explored the loan market a little bit, really. Graham Bailey says, Palace have called off Mark Guehi's move to Liverpool. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll rather keep him. Look at that. Arsenal confirmed Piero Hincapié has joined from Bayer Leverkusen loan with a €52 million buy option. Wow, that's a lot. But that's an option anyway. Okay, that's it, guys. That's going to be the end of the stream, but there will be some bits and bobs that trickle out. But anyway, God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in. Piggy loves you. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the Deadline Day show. Appreciate you all. God bless you. Come back after. Get your ratings in for the window. Yeah, I am. I'll give it a 6 out of 10, Buster. I'm happy we've got rid of Melters and I'm happy we've got some new good prospects and good proven Premier League players. But still, I've got big concerns about Sesko and Lammens because they're not proven and they're going to have to prove it to me to become proven. Do you know what I mean? Nice one, Jonathan Gallagher and Stephen Shipman, stalwarts of the live chat this summer. Big ups to you legends as well. Thank you so much. And everybody, that's it from me. You can come back after, have your say. Give us a follow on Insta, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch and Kick. All the links are in the description. Also, check out the sponsors of the channel, OK Jersey and Match Bingo. Links are in the description there. Use the code PIG on both of those sites or apps and you can receive something. You know, I think it's 100% deposit bonus on Match Bingo with the code PIG. Check that out. Link in the description there. UK only, 18 plus, gamble aware, gamble responsibly, of course. And yeah. And then also the jerseys for retro jerseys, fan jerseys, and all sorts of awesome merchandise. So check it out, guys. Links in the description. Thank you to the sponsors as well. That's it from this stream. God bless you all. Remember, Piggy loves you. And also remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much. Get in there, you beauties. Thank you so much to all the patrons here for supporting the channel on patreon.com/FlyingPigUnited. As a thank you, all you legends will be appearing on this outro list. Get in there. Once again, thank you to all the YouTube members, but one of the best ways you can support the channel is on patreon.com. So check it out. Patreon.com/FlyingPigUnited. And once again, a big thank you to all the legends that do support the channel on Patreon. Get in there.